Yeah, this semester we are working with brand management. Basically, before starting up with the concept of brand management, probably we need to understand how we are going to take up this syllabus. Uh, First of all, we are moving with uh, product management in the first unit, where we are going to discuss about how exactly the product has its own personality, and probably different types of products are going to create the brand in the market, correct? Even about we're going to discuss how exactly this marketing mix, especially out of those four P's: product, price, place, promotion. The first P, product mix, how exactly it is putting up its efforts to reach the consumers. That is the most important thing we are going to learn in the first unit. Then into the second unit, we are moving forward with the amount of product development. So it is very clear as it's like, so we will be having our own conceptual thought process of a product development process. Maybe every product is going to have its own introduction, and probably till the time of its death it is going to reach to various stages. Yes, sir, 100% right. We are going to learn all those stages, that is to be called life cycle of a product, how it is going to get start, and where it is going to reach. With various examples we are going to learn it in the second unit. And into the third unit, it's about how people they do market forecasting, even about sales forecasting. It is very essential to understand that market forecasting and sales forecasting. The first important thing to understand this market forecasting is about reaching the target market. Whether we are into the right process to reach our target group of customers. Yes, that is the most essential aspect. That's the reason we need to understand this potential of the market and even forecast. Correct? And then the fourth unit, we are going to take up the process of brand management. Very clear. It's about it is going to start its depth from product level, and we understand in the first three units as like, yes, product has got its own identity, it has its own brand name. So is it essential to boost up the same existing product, existing brand, with a certain amount of value addition when it is going to reach through intermediaries? Yes, we are going to learn in depth about intermediaries, and even about the expectation of customers. So how we can go for regenerating the existing product with a cherished brand. Yes, that is the facts and figures we are going to learn it in the fourth unit. And into the fifth unit, it is about brand leveraging. Maybe in financial management you people have learned about leverages, correct? Leverage, it's almost such like where we are going to gear up the existing brand to some of the next level. Yes, leverage is almost such like where we are going to change the gear for your four-wheeler vehicle just to change this mode of speed, correct? So here also we need to understand the pulse rate of each and every product and services to leverage its own brand as per the market conditions. Okay, so when the brand is there in its peak, probably if you are looking for expansion, 100% sure again you need to regenerate the same existing brand with a different level, next level, correct? Or else some of the products will be there since many years. They don't want any kind of extra publicity in the market. They doesn't want to have their own kind of thought process of additional marketing activities. Yes, they have done the leverages of their brand through permanent positioning, because that is acting as like an essential product or services in the market, correct? So these 5 modules we are going to learn it in the brand management for this semester completely. So today's version of introduction we started, and let us get into the first unit, what exactly product management is all about. Okay, so just we are going to learn about whether the product has its own personality. Yes, that's going to be a biggest question, and we are going to give the answer for the same. So ultimately, product and personality. Every individual marketing management student will be having their own perception, thought process as such, like okay, brand management in the sense of maybe it is going to serve the needs of consumers, and ultimately even side by side it is going to support intermediaries. 100% right. So whatever we are going to learn here with respect to the amount of the product and brand management, we are trying to serve the needs of every intermediary, serve the needs of every individual consumer. Sir, is it so possible to reach all the consumers at one stage, at one intent? So which kind of strategy we can able to approach so that our consumer will be so satisfied with that advertisement, with that distribution channel, with that amount of price what we have fixed, with the quantity what we are providing, with the quality what we are offering. 100% sure maybe one approach may not be sufficient. It should be a combined approach where we are going to elaborate it for the complete semester. Okay, so probably in case if I'm going to mention it once again, the variables what I quoted here as like the price, product quality, attributes of the products, even about customers' expectations, correct? Many of the variables just now I have mentioned it, I quoted it. Everything it is going to get collated together into these 5 modules. And today's target is about what exactly this product is all about. Yes, very much sure. So here the product means it is one of the particular offerings made by any one of the company to a market, to customer, to offer, to satisfy the needs and wants of that customer. So, sir, is there any kind of a specification for this particular product? Yes. It can be an object. Probably I can go for quoting simple examples as such like probably a mobile phone. That's an object. But very much sure, every individuals will be having their own ideologies. Every individuals will be having their own expectations when they are going to buy that mobile phone. Correct? So we need to respect every ideologies and we need to offer that object, that product in front of our customers. Probably they will be there in the side of consumer surplus. That is most important thing to any kind of product. Maybe we are offering one of the service here as like a online class. Yes, 100% sure this is also one of the object. Correct? So we are offering this object to satisfy my clients, that is students who are all listening to this class. So if it is going to satisfy their level of expectation, 100% sure this can be called as a product. Hope so we all are understanding what this product is all about, satisfying the needs and wants of a customer. Then the second point, it can be a service also. So you only taught us in fourth semester services management as such like service is an intangible aspect. 100% sure. Ultimately, when a person is offering the service, when he is delivering the services, that's going to satisfy the consumer's needs, desires, aspirations. Correct? So that is how the system works always. Even an idea also can be able to consider as like a product. So when you are going to come up with your positioning of your product in the market, ultimately you are going to come up with your own thought process. Correct? So that thought process is one of the idea. Probably every one of us can able to utilize that for our regular or routine work, routine job, that can be considered as like a product. And the third point we are mentioning here is like a product personality. So whether the product is having its own personality as like we individuals has, 100% sure. Every product has its own personality. So almost all such like maybe I can go for quoting a simple example. Maybe a person one who is making use of a pen. Yes, it has got its own personality. That's the reason we would like to buy that pen only and make use of, and ultimately get the satisfaction that results into happiness. Correct? So every one of us are having our own mindset which is going to equalize our expectations and that match up of both our thought process and the desired product available in the market, and it has got a label named to be called a product, a brand. Correct? So product personality. Yes, it's almost like a 15 minutes session. We people have discussed about the syllabus introduction as well as even the product and personality. Right, sir. Um, Now it's a time for all the students. Please come up with your thought process quote any one of the example of a product or else a service or an idea. Try to characterize that. Maybe I can go for taking a simple example as such like a product. Maybe I can go for taking up a attendance register. This product is having its own characters. As such like it is quite easier access to write it for all the semesters, correct? So I can go for quoting many of the examples here. It is quite easier to mention the numbers. That much amount of quantum of boxes are there. That is the reason it is quite easier for me to mention that. Okay, and a good amount of space is being given where I can quote the names of my students very easily, even their registration numbers very easily, correct? So a product has got its own characteristics, correct? Yeah. So you people also supposed to pick any one of the product and you have to quote the characteristics of that product. Please unmute yourself and start speaking. It's time for you people. Okay, Evangeline, Chandrasekhar, Chandru, Sanjay, Karan, Mark, Rashesh, Safras, Vanshika, Vinay, Yogita. Please come up with your examples. We get penny of the product. Every one of you, please switch on the videos. Unmute yourself first.